Alrighty, so if you're watching this, you're either full online or you missed the lecture that was given either Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday, depending on which group you're in. So this is part 2 of the immune system lecture. We're going to start with just a little bit of review so you don't have to write this down because hopefully you wrote down this part earlier. So, again, beginning of the year, we talked about the types of blood. We have 4 types, or components of blood. We have 4 components in our blood: plasma, liquid, moves stuff. Red blood cells carries nutrients, oxygen, carbon dioxide. White blood cells fights disease. That's our primary focus. Platelets, they help clot blood. Floop. Immune system. So, in the immune system, there are different cells that we are going to focus on. But its 2 functions of the immune system are to protect the body from pathogens, shield the body from pathogens, however you want to phrase that, and then protect the body once those pathogens enter. So then these cells of the immune system. We have white blood cells. All of these cells that are going to be listed are within your white blood cells most of the time. So within our white blood cells, we have phagocytes. And phagocytes are a broad term that involves a cell engulfing a pathogen. A type of phagocyte is a macrophage, and a macrophage is just a specific type of a phagocyte that helps engulf pathogens. It commonly found at sites of infection. Then we have lymphocytes. Lymphocytes, there are 2 types of. We've got B cells that make antibodies and T cells that kill antigens. Floop. All right, so how the immune system works. Step 1, antigen enters body. Step 2, macrophage eats. Engulfs is a better word, but eats is a word that's easier to understand. The antigen. The macrophage is like, all right, got it, know who this antigen is, and it passes the shape, like passing out a wanted poster, to B cells and T cells. B cells become plasma cells to produce antibodies. Antibodies cover the antigen, they tag the antigen, and then the T cell will break apart any antigen that has been tagged. If it's too big, the T cell will tag it, and then a macrophage will engulf it. So, those are the cells, and now we are going to talk about the different organs within the immune system. Not very many, we just have a few to go through. So, first we're going to talk about the thymus. The thymus is where immature lymphocytes leave the bone marrow, we'll talk about bone marrow later, and find their way to the thymus where they are educated to become T lymphocytes. So this is only T cells. B cells do not go to the thymus. But essentially, what the thymus does is educates the T cells. And that is mostly so that they know what to kill. That's mostly what they're being educated for. But think of thymus, the education center for T cells. Next, we have the liver. And again, remember, you can pause wherever you need to pause. But the liver, I'll put all this up if you want to pause to write it down, and then I'll explain. Cool. The main purpose of the liver is to synthesize proteins, but it also filters blood. Because of that, it contains a large number of phagocyte cells. And remember, phagocytes, they engulf that bacteria. So those phagocytes sitting within the liver, they'll ingest the bacteria, and that helps, them recognize the antigens to pass on as need be. All right, we're just going to do one more. Whoops. We've got bone marrow. So, bone marrow, again, pause if you need to. Bone marrow is really important because it is what makes your blood, and that includes white blood cells. So the bone marrow is where all cells in the immune system will start their development from primitive stem cells. So this is where all cells within the immune system are essentially born. And that is where we are going to wrap up today. So pretty easy day with notes. Make sure you write those down because you can use them on quizzes in the future. Have a super fabulous day.